of the Downtown Dish. I am your host, Katie Schamberger, and in the midst of this beautiful fall week, we are getting you ready for an incredible event that starts 7 o'clock Saturday night. It is Coalesce. This is the Kansas City Artists Coalition annual event. This year it is virtual, but they have pulled out all the stops. So this is going to be an immersive art and fashion experience. Starts at 7 o'clock Saturday. Tickets are free. You can also make a donation to get your own wearable work of art. We have those details and so much more this week here on The Dish. We are going to chat with Marissa Starke, who is the executive director of the Kansas City Artists Coalition. We're also going to check in with her partner in crime, our very own beloved Streetcar Donna Mandelbaum, communications director of the KC Streetcar. They are going to give us the scoop on everything happening Saturday, where to get your tickets, what's in store. I mean, we're talking about celebrity guest joining us from New York for Coalesce. Donna's going to share a couple fun behind the scenes fashion tricks that she learned while filming. And both Marissa and Donna are going to tell us what downtown food and drink carry out that they would pair to watch Coalesce Saturday night. Just make it a whole fun, fashionable evening. So we have all that for you and more this week on The Dish. Thank you so much for joining us, and big thanks to our partners at the Downtown Council, KC Streetcar, Kansas City Downtown Neighborhood Association, and Lynchpin Ideas. Coalesce event is happening Saturday, and this is where you're going to get the scoop. You're going to find out how you can be there. So excited to welcome to this week's Downtown Dish, Marissa Starke, Executive Director of Kansas City Artists Coalition, and dear friend and founding member of the Downtown Dish, Donna Mandelbaum, Communications Director for the KC Streetcar. Ladies, welcome to The Dish.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thanks, Katie. Good to see you.
So good to see you both. Marissa, your background here has me so excited. So let's give people the scoop. Coalesce is a fashion show happening Saturday night, virtual. People are going to join this virtually. Tell us a little bit, because there are some just incredible elements that combined to make this show happen. Give us a little bit of the background.
Absolutely. So this is an event that is heavily contingent on partnerships. And we've been really fortunate to partner with a lot of remarkable and really creative and talented folks right here in Kansas City. This is the second year we've done Coalesce. Last year, it was an immersive fashion show that invited 8 local artists to come together to create a work of art on a gown donated by our friends at the Gown Gallery in downtown Kansas City.
Awesome.
And it was a huge success. We had no idea what to expect, and we were really excited to gear up and do it all again in person, second year. And then 2020 hit, and we decided we needed to make some changes. As many of us have, and we pivoted to a virtual format, and that meant we needed to figure out how to run the event in virtual ways that were still interesting, still engaging, and still creative. And that's when, I ran very quickly to my friend Donna over at the Streetcar, panicking about how we were going to run this event virtually. And she said, "Wow, I have a 77-foot runway for you, my friend." And that was the beginning of this partnership with the Kansas City Streetcar. So we ended up filming Coalesce in partnership with the Streetcar and Gown Gallery and Wallace Style, who's our creative director, and 8 local artists, many of whom are featured along the Streetcar line through Art and Loop. So it just became this kind of coalescing of creatives and remarkable partnerships throughout the city. And we're just really thrilled to be able to air it this Saturday at 7.
Oh, this is okay. So everybody, Saturday, 7 o'clock. Tickets are available. Tickets will be available up until 7 o'clock. Jump over to Kansas City Artists Coalition.org. Get your tickets. This is incredible. And Donna, we have had you on the Downtown Dish before. And one of the things, many, many things I love about your work at the Streetcar is that you have always been a vocal advocate for arts and looking at ways to combine art with the streetcar, sometimes in combinations that haven't been seen before. And now the streetcar is a fashion runway. Like, how are you feeling about this?
Oh, Katie, it's totally a dream come true for me. So yes, as you said, we've always supported the arts. We have our yearly annual art program where we are teamed up with Art in a Loop. And we're always trying to push the boundaries on what the streetcar could be. It's more than just a mode of transportation. We like to say it's a social experience. And we love our partnerships with our Kansas City organizations. So having a fashion show on the streetcar is just one of the latest things that we are trying to do to connect with our community.
Oh, this is a fashion show on the streetcar. I mean, you're right. It's a natural runway.
It was pretty exciting. I mean, to be able to highlight all the kind of iconic areas along the streetcar and to see, how that community participates and engages with, these inventive kind of wild, wacky ideas that we had and that Donna and the streetcar kind of were willing to jump into and just roll with it. It's been really fun. It's a great opportunity for the city, which is so loyal to all things Kansas City, to just be a part of.
I feel like this is just another way too for people to see art, the streetcar, and downtown itself in a different context that I feel like could be very invigorating and just what we all need right now. A little energy, a little excitement, some creativity. It's the perfect recipe.
Absolutely. I think that's one of the things that's just so exciting for me, is to just remind people about the healing power of art and how it has gotten us through a really rough 2020. And, while we've all been sitting at home reading books, watching TV, listening to music, looking at the art on our walls, we have been able to plug on day to day and keep going. And I think that this opportunity is just that amplified. And it will give us a chance to help bring together our community in a safe virtual environment to support the arts and the artists that are living right here in Kansas City.
I love it. And Marissa, I know you were there too. Donna, I know you were there during the filming of this incredible event. Give us a little sneak peek. Did you have a favorite moment, or what was it like to see the streetcar transformed into a runway? How was it?
So we had 2 days of filming, and both were incredible days. Each one was a little bit different, but to see the inside of a streetcar transform with light and music and a leaf blower into a runway was incredible.
A leaf blower, that is the secret.
That's the secret to have blown hair. Yeah. I learned that. But I think watching the Art in a Loop artists specifically transform their art onto these beautiful gown gallery dresses was incredible. So I've been around these pieces of art and these artists for so long this year, and then to see the next rendition of their art was amazing. I wish I could tell you guys some more about what you're going to see on Saturday, but I don't want to spill the beans, but you're really going to want to tune in. It's going to be amazing.
Well, and kudos to you all securing an incredible local celebrity to help amplify these efforts. Tell Marissa, tell us a little bit about how that came to be.
Sure. So our ever fabulous and wonderful friend Heidi Gardner from a little show you may know, Saturday Night Live, is joining us and has been a partner with Coalesce and the Kansas City Artists Coalition to support local artists and express her support of art in Kansas City and how that really affected her life growing up here, and how important it is to her to maintain that connection to Kansas City, to the arts in Kansas City, and beyond that, supporting living, working artists across the nation. And so we got a really fun opportunity to have her interview each of our artists and learn a little bit about who they are. And we're going to be airing that on Saturday as well. So you'll get an opportunity to meet the artists and learn a little bit about Heidi and her experience with those artists and her support for what they're doing right now. And that partnership came through, Heidi and I have been friends since high school. I used to drive her to school. She was in my wedding. We've been dear friends for quite a long time. So it just felt like a fun way to just reconnect with my very dear friend and support something we're both very passionate about.
So let's help people set the stage. So Coalesce happening 7:00 this Saturday night. Again, go to kansascityartistcoalition.org. Get your free ticket, or as Marissa mentioned, a $25 donation is going to get you a facial mask, facial covering created by a local artist. So again, incredible opportunity to literally wear art on your face. But let's kind of get back to the roots of the downtown dish. 7:00 Saturday night. So I'm thinking maybe we could go out. We could get some carry out, downtown food and drink. Donna, let me kick it to you first. What do you think would pair well with an event of this magnitude tying into fashion and art? What would you order?
That's a great question. Well, I definitely start with some bubbles because this night is classic. So we're going bubbles in real glassware.
Okay.
So I could go either way. It could be a sushi night. My favorite sushi place is no longer open downtown, so I'm not excited about that. But let's see, I might want to pick up a spaghetti squash entree from Brown and Low over in the city market. And I can even add some shrimp to it because it's a classy night. So yeah. And their spaghetti squash entree is amazing.
Marissa, what about you? What are you eating and drinking leading up to Coalesce?
You know, I just have to give a big shout out to my favorite friends over at the Bite in the River Market. They serve up some of the best vegan food in the downtown area, in my opinion. I'm also a huge fan of Cafe Gratitude and Pirate's Bone. A little outside of the in path of downtown is a new-ish restaurant called The Fix, and they are nailing it on plant-based foods, and I'm a huge fan of that. And I would not want to forget, also in the River Market, one of my second most favorite places to hit up is Blue Nile. Their food is so good.
Yes.
And it's so comforting in the fall, winter. I just love it.
I was gonna say that would be a great meal. Maybe a little wine with that incredible Ethiopian food. I'm thinking I might need to get down to J. Rieger. I'm thinking a bottled cocktail would be good. And yes, Donna, we need some bubbles. So maybe hitting up the Pairing or Cellar Rat or Big Mood and get a natural wine.
Oh yes, a natural wine. That's perfect for Coalesce.
Ladies, I cannot wait to spend Saturday night with you. This is going to be tremendous. So again, friends, please go to kansascityartistcoalition.org. Get your free tickets to Coalesce, an incredible immersive virtual fashion and art event. Kicks off 7 o'clock Saturday evening. And I'm going to say too, real quick, ladies, I mean, dress to impress. I've got some sequins. I've got some
Agreed.
tulle. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we
Yeah.
can't be together for this fashion show like we would like to be, but let's just do it up.
I agree.
Well, and then make sure you tag the Kansas City Artists Coalition on your social photos, and we'll put them up and share them with everybody on our stories, and maybe grab some favorites, and maybe we'll give away a free mask or something to best dressed.
Ooh, okay.
Have a little fun.
Yes, okay. All right. So everybody start thinking about what you're going to wear. Start thinking about what you're going to order, what you're going to eat and drink. And we will see you 7 o'clock Saturday night at Coalesce. Marissa, Donna, thank you so much for joining us in the midst of a busy week. Thank you for all you do for Kansas City. This is going to be incredible.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Katie. I appreciate your time today, and have a safe and happy weekend. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you so much for joining us this week on the Downtown Dish. I am your host, Katie Schamberger. It's been a weird and tumultuous week. We hope that you will join us for Coalesce Saturday night and just let that creativity, that artistry, that fashion wash over you. See the streetcar transformed into a fashion runway. You'll get to meet the artist, get to hang out with Saturday Night Live and Kansas City's own Heidi Gardner. I mean, this is going to be so cool. So be sure to tag us on Twitter and Instagram at Downtown Dish KC. Let us know what carry-out food and drink you are going to enjoy with your own viewing of Coalesce Saturday night. And make sure and come back and join us next week. We've got some big news marinating in the pipeline, and we are going to return to one of our favorite types of episodes, the neighborhood-themed episode. So any guesses where we're going to visit next week? Tag us on social at Downtown Dish KC. Let us know what you think. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy this gorgeous weather. See you Saturday night, 7 o'clock for Coalesce. And then we'll check back in with you next week.